Hello Internet, my name is Claire, and I am primarily a spinner, knitter, and crocheter. I'm 23 years old, and I just love fiber arts. It's what I do in all my spare time, and I have been wanting to make a podcast, or start a podcast, for a while now. I've been saying it for a while. I've been involved in fiber arts for the past 5 years. If you guys can see him, this is Mr. Bean. If I'm able to make these podcasts a frequent thing, I have a feeling that he will be joining us quite a bit. I just wanted to start, I guess, by saying what I'm spinning, what I'm knitting, what I plan to spin and knit in the future. Hi, Rue. This is Rue. I have 3 cats, so they will be making occurrences, I have a feeling. All right, starting off with what I have been spinning. It is quite a bit. I've been kind of on a bender. I had about 4 days off in a row, and I spun pretty much the entire day, all 4 days. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really bad about remembering to take breaks especially when doing my crafts and stuff. I think my mind just like turns off, and I forget about water, food, and all the other responsibilities of being an adult. So that is something that I need to work on. I think I'm just gonna set like timers, or like when a video is done to just stop. Because I have developed like repetitive strain injuries before, and that was not fun. I don't recommend it. I guess my biggest spin that I have finished is my pound of Gotland wool fleece. Let me grab it. I got it from Woolworksbytara on Etsy. And I am thinking of using it as the main color in the Wave sweater by Spectalistric. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but it's a very popular pattern. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like a colorwork, all over colorwork pattern. My yarn is anywhere from worsted to DK to like a heavy fingering, so it'll definitely be thick and thin, but I think that'll just add to the character. I tried to spin it all woolen spun. There is like sections of the yarn that is more worsted spun, but I'm still learning, and that's okay. Next up on the spinning list are 2 very similar looking spins. This spin it looks like moss, which I think is super cool. These are from 2 fiber bats that I got from Meliorfiberstudio, also on Etsy. I'll be linking all like everything I mention in the video, by the way. But I mean, it's just beautiful. It has it's all sorts of different wool, and silk, and there was another plant fiber in it that I can't remember, but I got 2 skeins. It's a pretty chunky spin. Also, just a 1 ply. I haven't really felt like plying anything, so I haven't been. And then like a skein and a half. This is different. This is a merino fiber that I carded on my drum carder with some mostly yellow sari silk. And then I spun that kind of the same like thickness. Also 1 ply. And I kind of overspun. I tend to overspin versus underspin. So there's quite a few coily bits in there. I have no idea if this is focusing, but yeah, so I'm definitely still learning. I don't know what I'm gonna make with these. I'm thinking of combining them because I feel like they do complement each other well. I have no idea. All right, I swear I'm almost done with the spinning. This is the last bit. And I don't know what fibers these are. This is I attempted a woolen spun. It's pretty dark. I don't know how well it's coming up, but it's probably like a fingering to DK weight or sport weight. And I got 1 skein and this tiny little guy out of it. Again, I am bad at like keeping tabs on like what wool is what. Sometimes, I mean, like merino, you can tell what it is. But I don't know why I threw away like the label on this, but I did. And of course I love this fiber and I have no idea what it is. So, yep. I'd love like a sweater quantities of this. It spun up so easy woolen. It's just so squishy. And then this is, I believe, Shetland. And I also experimented spinning it woolen. I didn't have a lot of fiber for this, so this is literally the skein. But yeah, also like a fingering weight. It would be pretty in like as part of like color work again, or like a shawl. With all my like natural color, I'm trying to like spin a bunch of woolen fingering-ish weight like natural colors to make into like a color work sweater. And for my next spinning, like big sweater spin project, I want to spin yarn for the vanilla sweater by TheWoolyThistle. It's knit out of Rauma Finullgarn, which is like a fingering weight woolen spun yarn. So eventually that'll happen. Otherwise, we can move on to the what I'm knitting. So first up is the Lento Pullover by Jonna Helin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I apologize. With a fingering weight wool that I have no idea what it is, but it's just like a muted brown. And then I'm holding it with drops alpaca silk, very soft. And this is what it's looking like. I think this is the front. And it's extremely soft. It's knit. I love this gauge. I want to make more sweaters at this gauge. It's 6mm needles with, I guess with the fingering and mohair held together, it's a DK weight. But 6mm with a DK weight, I think is like the perfect like drape. And of course, I haven't done the sleeves because I hate doing sleeves. I don't know why. I love doing, you know, the beginning part, of course, I think, like everyone does. Sorry for my cat. I kind of like doing the body. It gets boring after a while. But I especially hate sleeves because they're such a small circumference, and that's why I kind of hate sock knitting as well. The other, it's another sweater that I'm knitting. It's the Lumme Pullover by Sari Nordlund. Also a very popular pattern. And the blue color is Malabrigo worsted, and the white is Patton's wool worsted. And I started this like a year ago. All of this, like, my knitting projects take me forever. So yeah, I started this about like a year ago and knit on it for a while, pretty consistently. I do have one sleeve done. I just finished it, and I have started the second sleeve. Okay, and that was pretty much everything that I've been working on so far. Sorry, my cat is rubbing the tripod. For future video ideas, I am planning on doing organizing my, oh my god. I think he is part Siamese, so he's a little kooky crazy. Sorry about that. But for future video ideas, I want to do organizing my yarn and fiber stash in a way that's more, I guess, pleasing to me, more organized. And I also want to compile a video on patterns that I think would be good for hand spun, because I know it's like the biggest struggle for a lot of people to actually use what they spin. As I mentioned earlier, everything that I talked about will be in the description below with a link to the item if it is available, and like the colorway of stuff that I use that I didn't mention specifically. But now I wanted to shout out some of my favorite like fiber arts YouTubers right now, starting with By a Thread Knits. She mainly does podcasts about yarn and what she's making and stuff. She's just really funny, and she's about my age, so it's kind of nice to see other people involved in fiber arts that are my age. Brings me to Brian from the WooltoGold podcast. He's also on TikTok as well. That's where I first found out like who he was. He's also around like younger and around my age, and he's just super cool. He's super knowledgeable about all the different sheep breeds, and he processes his own fleece and spins it. Next is, of course, JillianEve, who's like the OG like spinning YouTuber. She's like our everybody's like spinning mom, and she's so knowledgeable. She's really into historical fiber arts as well. So like watching Mine Woolden. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she's also like, she loves like medieval like sewing, and she also spins a lot. She's a fiber artist. I also been watching Escarla. I found her through her processing her Shetland sheep fleece video because I was curious about that breed. Oh my god, my cat is spinning my wheel, literally. Bean. And last but not least is the WoolyThistle podcast, because I'm obsessed with every single yarn that they sell and I want them all. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to make this a consistent thing if you guys did enjoy.